Zel Boy Army, welcome to another spicy one on the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 things that I do not like in FIFA 22. So we did one the other day about 5 things I really love in FIFA 22 and that I think make the game really good. Today's video is dedicated to some things that I'm not as much of a fan of, and I think, I'm not going to say ruin the game, but definitely lower the quality of the game. The first one we are going to look at is player prices. So, I'm on a road to glory here, and some of these issues will link together. Like one of the things I'll mention later on will be I do not like the content so far in terms of the lack of good SBCs or um, how rewards are. I like the structure of how you get rewards now. I just don't think the rewards are good enough, and that links back into player prices. So Mostovoy, 4-star, 5-star, very solid card. It's got some very nice stats across the board. He's going for 90k now. How much did I pay? Jeez, he's gone down a lot since the hero upgrade. By the way, if you did the hero pack, what did you get from it? Any good luck? So Mostovoy is that. Let's look at a pretty decent cam icon, Hadji. Hadji's 600k. Huge gap there. Now let's just look at the best icons in the game. 12 million. Hullet, 8 million. Eusebio, 5 million. So we're at a point where Mostovoy, who's a very solid card, costs 50 times less than Eusebio, or around 120 times less than R9. And the problem is you're not packing these guys like Mostovoy anyway and stuff from rewards. So you're in this position where you're stuck. So for me, this is the biggest issue on FIFA 22. The thing I'll dislike the most is that players, the disparity, the gap between good players to the top icons is so much, it's impossible to get any of them. So on a road to glory, I'm already kind of in a position where I've got a good team. Like this team is very solid, but I already feel stuck and don't really know what to do to improve my team. And it's just a bit demotivating in terms of playing my road to glory because I'm like, where am I going to get anywhere? And that leads to number 2, the reward system. So, on the last video, I said I love champs and how it's 20 games now. People are a lot more likely to quit. You don't get punished as much for it. And it's a lot more fun in my opinion. But the problem you've got is if you look at the rewards, for rank 3, which is 8 wins, let's have a look. That ain't bad. A jumbo rare player pack, a team of the week pack, 2 player picks. That's pretty good for getting winning 40% of your games. In my opinion, that's fairly generous for only getting 8 wins. Now, if we go to rank 1, the difference, you get 70,000 more coins, an extra team of the week pack. But these team of the week packs, just remember, they're basically free discarding forms. I've opened up every week pretty much rank 1 rewards on 2 accounts, and I've not had anything other than discard in forms. So the problem we've got at this point is that you're stuck getting crap discards in forms. So these packs, that's extra 30k basically. Then an ultimate pack compared to a jumbo rare players pack. Like, really? At that point, what we even like, it's just barely anything. So you're basically getting an extra 100,000 coins for rank 1. The difference between the top rank and 8 wins should be quite a lot. I don't think 16 wins for rank 1 is that hard, personally, I would say. But I feel like they need to add an 18 wins and a 20 wins tier to make the rewards better. Because if you're a top player, you're getting, 200k a week max? R9, it'll take you literally the whole year to get. So, number 1, I don't like the price gap between players this year. And number 2, I don't like how bad rewards are. Number 3 on my list is SBCs. So far, in my opinion, the SBCs have just not been a good enough standard. I'll go through the ones that are currently available to say the ones that I think are decent. This one, Kunku, not bad. Dante, not bad. Fafana, not bad. And then I did Fakir. I thought he was good. I think Fakir is honestly the only pretty good SBC we've had so far in terms of value. The problem I've got is that they just hold back players that are going to be really good. The Ronaldo SBC was a ridiculous price. Kante is quite a worse version for similar price to the other one. This Kostic, like, they just do relevant cards like this. Then we've got the hero upgrade, which I'm going to do one of, because at the end of the day, it's one of these where, for me, I've got a lot of untradables, so I kind of just need something to put them in, and why not risk it? But it's a pretty bad value SBC. SBCs are a fantastic way to give us lots of good content, and I trust that as the year goes on, the content will get better. Last year, I really enjoyed the content and thought they did a really good job on it. This year, like I said on the video about Stuck for Life, I really like the gameplay this year, whereas it feels this year it's reversed a bit. The content's not as good. There's plenty of time. We're only a month into the game, and this is just my thoughts on the first month of the game. But the content so far, in my opinion, has not been good enough, and SBCs are a big part of that content. So, third point, I do not like the SBCs. The fourth part is going to be about Team of the Week, and I could say this every FIFA, but let's just go look at the Team of the Week. This is one of the best Team of the Weeks we've had so far. And let's have a look at it. In terms of usable, good level players, you've got Salah, Upamecano, Alaba. We're pushing it with him. Maybe a Tal. That's 3 to 4 players. Mount, Smith Rowe, they're not bad. Galaxy, he's a keeper, so I don't really care. And that's one of the best Team of the Weeks we've had. Let's look at some of the other Team of the Weeks. What was this one? In this Team of the Week, you had Bobby Firmino, who was basically the only pretty decent card. Let's have a look at the next one. Week 4. Depay was okay. Lozano's an okay sub. Rafinha's not bad. Mane's very good. Theo, Romero. That's the best Team of the Week I think we've had. And we're talking like a third of the team are good. The problem is when you add these to rewards as well, you're not packing any of these. If you had an 11 Ultimate Team of the Week pack, you might have a chance of packing one, but you are just not packing these from the free Team of the Week packs. In red picks, I've not had any one good yet. And I just think the Team of the Week concept's outdated. I think they just fall so behind the power curve. The featured Team of the Week was a good idea, but then they just put it on dossers like Bastoni with 70 pace. Like, they need to do something to spice Team of the Week up. It's some of the content we get every week, but it's just not consistent. It's just not very good at all. I'm really not a fan of it. I think Team of the Week, they need to do something to improve it, because right now it just feels like something they just do for the sake of it. That just doesn't add to the game. Fifth one I'm going to go for is player stats. And this is something where I feel Ultimate Team really could have made a lot of progression, and I don't really get why they've not. EA Sports do detailed tracking in-game stats for the Premier League. We've got much more detailed statistics after a game now in Ultimate Team, which I quite like. The expected goals is a bit of a troll sometimes, but you know what, guys? You know, guys, what I'm on about when I say the detailed stats after a game. They're a lot better now. Whereas here, we just have played, goals, assists, yellow, red card. Why can I not, for defenders, have clean sheets? Tackles per game, interceptions per game, tackle percentage, aerial duels would. For midfielders, chances created, key passes, pass completion. This really would add a lot of depth to a mode. That you get pretty involved with your Ultimate Team, don't you, really? And I feel like more in-depth stats would really add to the quality of Ultimate Team. It's not something that everyone will care for, but I think it would make it a lot more fun being able to know your team a lot more in depth. It would add more to it. You'd also be able to just see how you guys are performing. Are they actually doing the job? Is someone that you thought was doing good not really actually turning up? I think it's a very easy thing for them to add personally, based on in friendlies they've got these stats that show up over time. I just feel like it's something that's neglected and they've not really even thought about, to be honest. There's plenty of things that I could add to this video that are minor things, maybe some bigger things, and say I think they're not very good about this game. And there's plenty of things on the video about things I like that I could have said the same, that I think are brilliant about the game. FIFA every year will have its issues, it'll have its good things, and some of it's opinion-based, some of it I don't think you could really argue with. I like this game this year. I think it's got a lot of potential to be one of the best FIFAs we've had in a long time. I just wish that some of these things would get fixed. Appreciate you guys watching this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. As always, keep it spicy.